Tonight we are telling a story that has been told underneath many a moon such as this, and is one of the most beautiful romance tales I have ever heard. Before we do, however, I have a few announcements to make. First, we are back at the Fireside Tales. I assure you we will have plenty of stories for 2021. I had to get my stuff together, but you'll see more of the Fireside Tales. Second, I am bumping up the schedule and moving it around. Today, we're doing a Wednesday video. Wednesday, we'll do a challenge. Thursday, a couch, I hope. And Friday, sketch. And this is for a variety of reasons. The escape room. And also because I'm one person trying to do too much. Please subscribe and tell a friend to subscribe. We need it, please. Finally, I'm going to do my best to pronounce these names correct, but I'm sure I might get some wrong. The one I'm pretty sure I got wrong is the Tsubosaka Canon temple. And I researched this for a long time, and this is the best translation I could find, so I hope it's right. But let us go to a little house where a man named Sawaichi lived. Now, Sawaichi spent his days pushing his stick along, trying to make a path for himself in a world of darkness. And his constant companion was his wife, Osato, who was beautiful and kind, and not at all really like Sawaichi, who was old and ugly. And Sawaichi, of course, felt downtrodden at the fact that he had gotten chicken pox and gotten this blindness, and that he had to have his wife following him around all the time. And I think he became suspicious of her, to the point where he believed that she was cheating on him. And maybe he had reason to believe this, for every night she would go out and be gone for hours, and never explain where she went. And Sawaichi became very mad at this, until one day he said, "Well, are you going to tell me what's going on?" And she said, "About what, dear?" And he said, "Why, you leave every night. Leave me here by myself. Who is it? I just want to know his name." And she said, "There is no man. I shall be honest with you. Every night I go to the temple of Tsubosaka Canon, and I pray to the goddess of mercy to help us." And he was depressed at this, for he truly believed that she was telling the truth, and he had really thought that she was cheating on him. And he said, "Well, all right, and I will go with you tonight to pray with you, as you have done for me these many years." And so they both went down to the temple, and he was thinking to himself that it was very sad how she had done this for so long and cared about him, and how he had been so suspicious of her and so unjustly, that when they got to the temple he was depressed. And she was about ready to pray, and he said, I shall do the prayer tonight. You go home and get some supplies, because I think I will be here for a few days." And she agreed, and she went off. And he went up to the top of the hill with his stick, and he thought to himself how she would have to follow him for the rest of her life, and that she would waste away her life on an old man who couldn't see, and he didn't want her to go through with that. So he decided he would put her out of her misery, and he jumped off into the ravine. Well, when she came back, she looked around and she yelled for him, "Sawaichi, Sawaichi!" But she couldn't find him. And then she came to the edge of the ravine, and she saw the stick laying there, and she let out a cry, a loud cry that could be heard throughout the heavens. And she decided that she did not want to live life any more if she could not have Sawaichi by her side, despite how grumpy and mean he could be. So she threw herself into the ravine as well. Now, when morning came, the goddess of mercy appeared, and she saw the two dead there, and she took pity on them, and so she brought them back to life, and said that the two of them, for being so truly in love, that she had to do something, she had to intervene on the parts of the world. And she even gave back Sawaichi his sight, And when Sawaichi looked around, he saw his wife and said, "Who is this beautiful lady here?" And she said, "It's me, it's Osato." And he said, "Oh, Osato, it is so good, and the two of us will be together forever, and praise this world and everything in it for allowing such mercy to exist, for allowing us to be together at last, in peace and in light." And so they went off. And I'd like to end off this story with a saying that comes from the Fireside Tales. If pain is darkness and blindness, then mercy must be light and truth.